Good morning, grasshoppers. A well-needed day off yesterday. Absolutely well-needed day off yesterday as I worked it for the most part. I was so exhausted. It is time to get back to the grind, though. Can't be missing 2 days in a row. I had a lot of plans yesterday for getting
Ready.
Kosteniuk and or Carlson in, but it just didn't happen. All right, Sahaj, how's our record? He has won the last two. We are 2-2. Not sure how this happened, but let's find out. Plays the Alekhines defense. Vienna Gambit, fighting for the center. I'm a big believer in attacking the center. Oops. This is not necessarily the way to go. He gives up the center. We take the center. We drive him back from the center. We'll see how he develops his pieces. It's possible that when I played him once before in the last couple of games, I did not get a chance to attack him the way I wanted to attack him. But let's see.
Check.
Wow. Totally unprovoked. Giving away a bishop for a knight, strengthening my center. If my center is ever going to be strengthened, we'll find out. I don't know if that is actually going to happen. The weak white squares are here. We have to see what's going on.
Check.
I'm willing to find out. Two pieces for our rook. We'll live with it. We've been here before. Good morning, Arakito. How are you? Good morning, Lauren JW.
Check.
How's the progress going? I am sorry that I wasn't here yesterday morning, but I desperately needed the rest. I did. I did need the rest. So now, Queen H5, G6. It's kind of a little bit of a pain in the tuchus. Queen E2, Queen F3, Queen D3, let us just bother him for the moment. We will work it out later. Two pieces for a rook. Not pleased about it. Not at all pleased about this particular turn of events. So now, Queen G4, D6. I don't need to take the rook, do I? That is the question. Do I need to take the rook? Or can I just keep piling on? Queen to g4, rook to h7. Cannot make up my mind. That much is certain. We're just going to keep on keeping on. We'll get our rooks in there. Try to take advantage of our time advantage. Oh no. The cough is terrible, I agree. Good morning, Rotten Lemons. Good morning, Apostolat. Our man in Helsinki. Let's just put a bishop on this diagonal for now. Attempt to pin the knight. Apply pressure to the back rank to the best of our ability. Well, let's just keep up the pressure. So his plan is to disturb our outcome with a mate threat. Oh, that's nice. Actually, it's not so nice. We'll cross the bridge as we come to it. Ooh. He actually has some threats. It's very awkward. Fine. Enjoy.
Time is running out. Victory.
Wow. I guess the time pressure was. Ha 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 ha. 5-game losing streak. Based on what I saw of your games, I wasn't sure, Rotten Lemons, whether or not you had really played through the games of a particular master through and through. We can definitely lose it. Good morning, Chose No Warrior. Exactly. I wish there were a better picture of him in our Discord. Absolutely wish there were a better picture of him in our Discord, but it's the only one that was provided by... Yeah, I would definitely choose either Morphe. No, sometimes you really need to just play through the games. And by playing through the games, you are making the moves. Literally making the moves, becoming one with the master. Yeah, we're going to answer
Time
E4
is running
with E5.
out.
Well, that's fascinating. Do we wish to make this a normal opening? Or am I hoping? Whoa, I can't do what I wanted to do. Or can I? Can I do what I wanted to do? I cannot. Fine. Fine. We will transpose to a relatively normal opening. Relatively. We've ended up transposing into what is called the Radosław gambit. He does not have bishop g5 here, so that's a small consolation. The Radosław gambit without a knight on f3. You definitely can. I think we talked about this. I'm not sure if you were in the stream when we were talking about this, but right now, the most important thing for you is to really absorb what a next level chess game looks like. And that way, you will be able to coordinate your pieces. You'll be able to place your pieces on good squares. The drawback that I have with watching games by Agadmator, because obviously he is doing top level games through and through, but he's picking apart the games as they're going through in a manner which you may or may not have questions about. So it's not exactly the same for you or for anyone to tackle or to attack the games from that perspective. So every time you play through a move of a Grandmaster game, not unlike how we do it, I think I have to actually bother him that way. Playing really terribly, though. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Small victory. Trying to get out of dodge here. So now, how are we going to go about this? How are we going about this attack on his pawn? Not that easily, obviously. Fine. It looks as though we have a dead equal position, and I may have to settle for No, you always should be putting your losing games into chess games analysis. Absolutely, you should always be doing that. I don't mean to imply that it's not going to help. But it's not going to help as much as, let's just imagine for a moment, and I use this metaphor quite often, the metaphor that I use quite often is one in which strong players show you how the pieces move to a great extent, routinely and often. And you're going to match wits with those grandmasters and masters as best you can. So in other words, in order to match wits with the master, every time you play through a move, even if there's a diagram, even if there's not, basically you should be trying to find the move before they play it, and then registering your move versus their move in terms of purpose and dynamics. So that you may gauge yourself. It's part of a generic lesson idea that I usually call matching wits. By matching wits with the master that you are playing over, you're attempting to find their ideas. You're attempting to play moves that are this is very unusual. So let's see, he does have an isolated d-pawn. I do have to find a way to get my pieces to better squares. Taking advantage of pins every step of the way. Hoping to develop all of my stuff equally. I'm a little worried about some concepts here that my opponent is attacking me, but we'll cross each of those bridges as we come to them. Interesting. So rook takes e4 does not work. Bishop takes e4 does not work. Queen takes queen might work. Going for the simple win of material. We have the outside pass pawn. We're up a couple of pawns. We're now up the exchange. Conte de Luna, good morning. When is our next chess event? So this was simply a very important move. Our opponent had to guard himself against this. Now he's a little bit overworked, but he does have a move. It's annoying, but he does have a move. I'm attacking pieces. Notice the piece coordination in my opponent, and he's 2100. I've noticed this all the way up. That is not reminiscent of any master game. That player, SDFDS, needs to play over Smyslav games, I believe. It looks like he has a very good concept for what's going on, but I'm going to assign him Smyslav. For you, Rotten Lemons, I would go with the best. There's a great book called Chess Secrets, but it doesn't quite give you enough. Literally Paul Morphy games. Oh, for you, your style best suits you for Tarash, by the way. But for anyone in the group that does not know the inside joke on that particular one. No, I would certainly move on to the games of Lasker. I think that's a logical next step, because Lasker takes a chess event in Russia. That's a very good question. I'm going old school here. Well, basically, one of the, I mean, this is not a, yeah, but that's quite a bit of an extreme. What I would do is probably work pawn. This is answering Lauren. Going from Tarash to Tal phonetically sounds great. On the other hand, I would probably be more concerned with the continuity of your learning, for the most part. He has seen me do this before. We're driving him back. He's got to go. I'm also attempting a restraining order on his H-pawn, by the way. A small restraining order on his H-pawn. Woohoo! We knew that was coming. We absolutely knew that was coming. Should I return it? I don't really feel like returning it. Now let's drive the queen off the long, dark squared diagonal that our opponent so desires. And now for something completely different. The useless towers. I like it, Lauren. Let's work on that as part of an outward lesson program. All right, now that the pressure is off, let's just go about trading off some of his attackers. I'm just saying that the knowledge gaps across the decades are too far apart. So getting back to Rotten Lemons, yes, you emulate a world champion. The old, I had already started doing it before I found out that it was the Fischer recommendation. Bobby Fischer's trainer and coach, Max Collins, basically played over 100 games of each world champion. And by doing so, you are basically able to ingest exactly what you need to know. What in the world is going on? This looks like a hanging pawn. He's just guarding his pawn, I guess? I don't know. First things first, though. Very serious threat as I mow across the second rank. The 7th rank. Exactly. I believe that you are developing exponentially as part of the evolution of chess. The evolution of chess ideas. One right after the other. Key moment by key moment. That is the concept. That I was more concerned about. Let's see, bishop c5 check. Well, I guess not. Thought it was going to be bishop c5 check. And now for something completely irrelevant.
Check.
Only this time I have 2 rooks that are covering that.
Victory.
Very lucky today, very lucky today. Not possible to get another game in. Absolutely, but Teresh also liked to play the open roy as well. The book that I highly recommend is Grandmaster Andrew Soltis, in a modern form, Why Lasker Mattered. I do have to get running. Rather than Lasker move by move, I do indeed love this particular book by Grandmaster Andrew Soltis, Why Lasker Matters. Andrew Soltis is an amazing writer. The research he puts into each of these games is key. He gives a little bit of the biography. Of course, if you just want a biography of Lasker, you can go for the Hanuk book, the Dr. J. Hanuk book, which was also absolutely a dream to go through and read. This is the newer copy. I have an older copy that's all beaten up over there, but these games are in descriptive notation. That is the drawback. That sometimes it requires a lot more work. We do need to give Rogue and Joe Sloan the shout out, as well as Logic and the legends of the stream. For those of you who have not yet followed on social media, best way to get stream announcements are on the socials, Twitter, basically, and also through Chessable. Congratulations, Genka. Whoops.
Congratulations for the top 10.
Yeah. Thank you very much. 4th place again. Bridesmaid territory. Not a big deal. I literally do need to get Sunrise Chess. It started this week. I am hoping all of you will enjoy the bristling humor, better hair, Lauren, yes, why Lasker matters. And I actually studied 10 complete Kosteniuk games the other day. They were amazing games that I'm planning on doing on the stream. So that is to me the secret. I am doing the work in advance of the work. Where's Rogan? He has 13. Or do we go with I am hungry again? 147? Oh no. All right, I can also support a brand new streamer. I am hungry. Just got affiliate, Rapid and Tactics. I do like her approach. Cheers, everyone. Have a great day.